After an add instruction might be a store instruction, which saves the result of that addition back out to RAM to be used later on. There might also be a compare instruction after some load instructions, which compares two numbers together to see which one is larger or if they are the same. The compare instruction can be very useful when used in conjunction with what's called a jump if instruction. As we saw earlier, the CPU generally requests each piece of data from RAM in order one after the other. Sometimes, though, the programmer wants to jump to an out-of-order RAM address to process some other instructions in memory. The jump if instruction checks to see if a certain condition is true before it jumps. It uses the results of the compare instruction to make this decision. There is also a regular jump instruction that jumps no matter what. Finally, there is an out instruction and an in instruction. These will output data to an external device like a monitor, or input data from an external device like a keyboard. These two instructions are often used in conjunction with an address, like we talked about earlier. There are some other instructions in a CPU's instruction set, but these are some of the more commonly seen ones. So as we saw, the data in RAM consists of things like instructions, numbers, addresses, and letters. So let's go through a program that would use this instruction set to play a guessing game. So it would load a number like 9 into the CPU. Let's say that the programmer decided that that was the right answer, so he went ahead and put that number into RAM. And then comes an in instruction to retrieve the user's guess. After the in instruction is the address of the keyboard, so we can know where we're getting the data from. Next comes a compare instruction that checks to see if those two numbers, the one saved by the programmer and the one entered by the user, are the same. Following the compare instruction is a jump if equal instruction, which will jump to another address in RAM if those two numbers we just talked about are the same. The jump if equal instruction is immediately followed by a new RAM address. If the two numbers are the same, the CPU jumps to that new address to begin processing its next set of instructions from there. If the two numbers are not the same, then the computer ignores the jump if equal instruction and the corresponding address and just keeps going. Following the jump to address comes an out instruction with the address for the monitor, then the letter capital G, and then below that would be the letters U, E, S, S, space again, so guess again. So if the user guesses the wrong number, the program would tell him to guess again, and then jump back up to the in instruction to retrieve that new guess, and then process these instructions all over again. By the way, the in and out instructions used here have been simplified somewhat, but you'll find them covered in more detail in the book.